All right, Matt, tentatively kicking off the Bellator 227 main card. This is a fight that I sold on Between the Links. You can catch that on iTunes and Stitcher as my fight to watch of the weekend. You've got Norbert Novenyi Jr. taking on Will Fleury. And Matt, Norbert Novenyi Jr., guy that trains out of London Shootfighters with Michael Venom Page. Listen, Przemysław Musiala that we saw take on Tomasz Narkuna, KSW 50.
Didn't go well.
But for Norbert Novenyi Jr., he's 3-0 as a pro. Undefeated as an amateur as well. All of his wins by finish, all of his pro wins by submission. He's a super fun fighter to watch because he's good on the feet. He's equally as good as a grappler. There's just one problem. He's taken on Will Fleury, a guy that's 6-1. His one loss is to Alan Amedovski that you can see this weekend on the UFC Copenhagen card. But Matt, what can you tell me about a guy in Will Fleury?
So Will Fleury's probably the best wrestler to come out of SBG. It's definitely
there's not many of them.
No, exactly. It's a gym primarily known for its strikers, and then Gunnar Nelson's good.
Strikers, but there's also not a lot of middleweights there.
No,
as
there
well.
isn't, which is kind of unique because a lot of gyms like Team Alpha Male, they go small. And it is kind of odd to have one big guy with a gym primarily full of small guys. But the one interesting thing about this fight, like you brought up, is Norbert, all of his professional wins are by submission. So it will be kind of interesting to see, kind of the grappling of Norbert against the grappling of Will Fleury. But I feel like Will Fleury is just going to be so heavy on top with his takedowns that it's not going to give Norbert the space to kind of get a submission off. So I feel like Fleury's going to be able to dominate most of this fight with his wrestling.
Will Fleury's a really heavy-handed puncher as well. You're not going to see a ton of volume out of him, but like you said, his wrestling and his top pressure could be the difference here. It's a really tough one to try and predict because, yeah, two totally different gyms, two striking-based gyms, but you've got two, grappling and wrestling-based guys. So it's a really interesting matchup. I'm going to side with Fleury here. I thought that maybe this was one of those guys when he was undefeated that, hey, knock, knock on the door of the UFC. Maybe he ends there. He fought with Brave. He's been with Bellator. He's fought with different promotions over in Europe. But finally, he's found a home here. He's one of those big signings that Bellator got. I think he's going to get the win. You're siding with Fleury, but this should be a really good fight, a really interesting one. If you're a big MMA fan and perhaps you just stumbled on our channel, stick around, but also you should watch this fight. Fight Night Picks 2-minute predictions here on YouTube. Let's get into it.